All right. Welcome, confidants of the mystic. I got a red hot tarot video for you today. I got these tarot cards from Girl for Christmas. Probably the best Christmas gift I got. My God.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, Girl's the camera lady today, and she knows more tarot stuff than I do, so she'll be doing a lot of talking. And so what are we gonna do again today, Go? You have to meet your tarot deck.
Yep, when you get a new tarot deck, you want to cleanse it and then do an introduction spread with your tarot deck so that you can get to know the type of deck that you're working with.
Yeah, and this is straight out the game. These are all the confidant cards and stuff in this box. Oh, and then it even has the extra confidants that were introduced in the. Oh, you couldn't even see them. I don't even know where your image is. That are only in the royal version, and then they have this. Oh, where is it? They have these where it's the actual calling cards from the game, and I think that's really cool. I didn't even see that this is the original logo, but it says exactly what they say to the person that they're giving the calling card to, and then it has the image on the back, which I think is really neat. But let's get right into it, shall we? As YouTubers say. So, what's the best way to shuffle a deck? Don't you just make like a big mess?
No,
Because you want the cards to be either way.
The first thing you want to do is you hold your deck in your hand and then flip it over to the back. Knock on that like 3 solid times. That's supposed to shake out any negative stuff that's trapped in there. There you go. Good job. Good job shaking it out. Perfect.
Now do I shuffle it like normal or?
Yeah. You can also shuffle it by just holding it sideways. Yeah, like that.
That's how I shuffle my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
But there's really no correct way to shuffle. It's whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you feel like imbues your energy into the cards the best.
But also, if you shuffle it like this, then you'll never get a card reversed.
You will eventually.
Ow.
So usually when you are starting out doing a tarot spread, while you're shuffling, you're focusing your mind in on the intent of the reading and what you want from it. So clear your head, think about what you want from your deck. So we're doing an introduction spread. So questions inside your head, you're talking to your deck, inside your head, asking like, I want you to tell me what kind of deck you are, how do you like to communicate. Just focus really hard while you're shuffling on what you want from your deck so that you get the energy flowing.
Now I'm gonna mess. Oh boy.
We also have a black tourmaline and a selenite here. Black tourmaline is to ward off negative energy. Selenite is an all-around cleansing crystal. You can actually cleanse other crystals with a selenite, so you can store the selenite with them to help cleanse them.
Alright, so now it's really feeling pretty good mixed up.
Alright, did you focus on your deck at all while you were shuffling?
Yeah.
Alright, so as soon as you personally feel like it's shuffled to where it needs to be, you're gonna draw cards one at a time and place them down on the table. We're drawing 6. See, that one fell out, so you leave it.
What is that? Is that the star?
As you shuffle, yes. As you shuffle your deck and you're focusing, if a card flies out, you can choose to continue to use that. That, to some readers, is like your deck calling out to you, so that one's important. Not everybody reads that way because tarot is super open to interpretation, but if you want to keep that one because you feel like your deck's talking to you, then feel free.
So that's 17, and that's the star after the fall of the tower.
Yes, the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's actually funny, Go, because my favorite confidant in Persona so far is the star.
Sure. Coincidence? Probably not. So then once you feel confident in your shuffling and you feel like you're where you want to be, you can continue to draw your other cards. Draw them one at a time.
So this is number 1.
Yeah.
And I go.
Yep. And you're going to do
3.
6. So it'll be 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. And when you pull your cards, don't flip them. Like,
I flip them just sideways.
flip them hot dog style, not hamburger style, if that makes sense.
Jeez, go. So just like that.
Yes. Because then you get reversals.
And then, if you know what they are, you can say them. Is that the Priestess?
That does look like the High Priestess.
Number 2. That is 6. A 3 of Wands. Go. These are all going to be upside down. The Devil, 15. And then that's upside down too. I didn't shuffle this good enough, go. That is a 9 of Wands. So,
Do you want to stick with this spread?
well, isn't that the whole thing, go?
Yeah.
Sticking with what has been dealt.
Mm-hmm. So, first most important thing is if you want this spread read towards you or away from you.
I feel like
That-
towards me is the whole idea, so.
It doesn't have to be. Like I said, tarot is super interpretable. So if you feel like it's calling more to you reading one direction or the other, you can change it. It's up to you completely. But if you want it read towards you, then this would be an upright. This would be a reversal. So all the others are reversals except for this one. Okay. So the first place holder here, which is the star, this is the deck itself telling you about themselves. So what's your most important characteristic? And when you read that sheet just now, what did it say about the star?
Use the cheat sheet.
So the star, 17, rise above your day-to-day and connect with the divine. The window.
He's gonna seal the crystals. But you can't because that's negative. You need positive energy.
The star is an inspirational card. So the question was, what is your biggest characteristic?
Mine or the deck?
The deck.
Okay.
What is your most important characteristic? And I feel like the star is saying that the most important characteristic for you and this deck together is that it's going to give you a chance to understand the divine and reach forth into other areas that aren't just seen by the naked eye.
Oh. Like in Persona where you go into the metaverse.
So then the next slot, which is the High Priestess, is what are your strengths? And the High Priestess is a very strong female presence. I think the biggest thing to take out of that one is inner reflection.
But it's reversed. So what does that have to do with anything?
That's a good point, mister. Secrets. Secretiveness. Withholding information.
So it's not gonna tell me everything I need to know.
I think that's a very good point. I think it's going to make you use a lot of your own intuition to figure out the questions that you're asking. Instead of being forthcoming and being like, here's your answer, it's going to make you figure that answer out on your own.
Interesting.
What a very woman thing to do. This next card is the deck's limits. What is its limitations? And it is 6, which is the Lovers. So the Lovers reversed, that's saying your deck's limits. And I think that your deck's limits is it's not going to be able to help you with relationship issues. So don't ask.
Sad.
It's not interested. I think the whole focus of this deck is to help you connect with the divine more than anything else. That's the feel that I'm getting here. So then we move on to the Three of Wands. Also reversed, because why wouldn't it be? It seems to be the name of the game here. So, the question that's asking is, what are you here to teach me? And my understanding is that you're embarking on a new journey, looking for new personal achievements, and you haven't quite reached where you want to go yet.
Oh, that's true.
So she's going to help guide you, she or he, I don't know what you feel this deck is, gender-wise. They're going to help guide you to where you need to go to meet those personal achievements that you haven't met yet, that you're dying desperately to reach.
I am trying to achieve new goals this year.
Mm-hmm. So next, we have the Devil. And this placement is talking about how you can best collaborate with this deck to get the most out of it. So we have the Devil reversed. And the Devil card typically means things in excess. So it can be addiction, excessive sexuality, things like that. Excess pretty much well covers what the Devil is. Reversed, it is releasing the beliefs that you have of limitation. So right now, I feel like you have a limited belief in what's going to happen with the tarot and the mystical part of the world in general, because you haven't really gotten into it yet.
So I'm breaking my limits.
Correct. Just
like
in
Cloud.
Persona.
No, that's Cloud.
Oh,
Get out of here.
sorry. But this, I think the best way to collaborate, because that's what this placement is opening up your mind to possibilities of things that you didn't think were originally
Oh, that's
possible.
another one. Open your senses. Who says that go?
It sounds like a Glade commercial.
No! Negu says it. The last one.
This is a Four of Wands?
No, definitely not. It's 11.
Oh, I don't know Roman numerals. Alright, so our last position is what is the potential outcome of a working relationship with this deck? And you got the 11 of Wands.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's reversed.
As they are. Reversed, this card is saying that you have had an eagerness to learn something new, or an eagerness to start some kind of new relationship, new endeavor, and there's been obstacles in your way that have prevented you from doing that. So, I think if you have a solid working relationship, using all of the cards together, you open up your mind to the possibilities of things that could possibly be, and you take all of the advice that this deck gives you and figure things out on your own, work through them on your own, then you can come to a place where you're not facing those obstacles anymore and you're able to get through to learn something new and to create something that you've been working towards for a long time. I think the way that these cards came together as a whole was very cohesive.
That's true.
Like they all just kind of flowed together correctly, which is how...
Except that part. That's too bad. I won't be able to
That's
ask
too
it
bad.
any love and advice.
I think it all pretty much flowed well. It was a really good introductory spread, and I am confident after doing this spread that this deck is going to be very beneficial to you.
Yeah, that sounded that looked pretty bad because it was all reversed. But reverse isn't always bad.
No, I think a lot of the time when people are reading and they get reversals, they inherently think that something terrible is going to happen, but that's not necessarily the case. To help you kind of understand the imagery on the cards and what the cards' meanings are, like if you look at the Devil, which stands for vices, addictions, things in excess, and you look at how he is holding these people hostage, an addiction would hold you hostage, correct? A relationship that's holding you back that you can't get out of, like a toxic relationship, could also be a vice like this. So if you look at those pictures and you really hone in on them and use your intuition, they'll help you understand what the cards mean. Like here, this is the lovers. This looks like a love triangle to me.
Yeah.
If I'm just being real honest. You got Cupid up here who's like, I'm about to make you fall in love. And then you got him over here who already loves them. Ooh. So like you look at this picture, you see Cupid up here, you see a love triangle. Helps you understand what the card means. So even though this is in French or something, you can kind of get the general idea of what's going on in the card based on the pictures on them. Except this lady who's drinking something.
She's drinking the nectar of the gods because it's divine intervention.
There are a bunch of stars though, so that's how we knew that it was the star card. So I mean, the pictures are really helpful.
And then this lady just has a baby. I think. It doesn't even look like a baby.
It honestly looks like a centerfold to me, but that's just my opinion.
It really does, actually.
Yeah, like
that looks like
the
a
leaf.
straight up a bro.
Yeah, and the leaf on the.
Oh my goodness, Mama, what you doing?
I can't even leave her by herself.
Well, that was the tarot deck. Hopefully, it wasn't too jarring for everybody's eyes. Yeah. So, I plan on talking about more tarot cards in the future, and maybe having a little teaching lesson, and maybe a girl can join.
I have a good book about tarot too.
That's good. That's good, girl. But remember, death isn't always the end. It may be the beginning. Michael, if it's reversed, it's like a new beginning,
Yeah,
right?
it was a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah, I know that much. Anyways, later, losers.
Now that I see the Cupid here, the lovers makes a lot more sense, and I feel kind of stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't see that.
Yeah,
earlier.
me either. It's kind of dumb.